The sunny island of Madeira. Since 2020, the town of Ponta has been attracting freelancers from all over the world. Heiko wants to take the leap and settle there.
Whenever I'm in Germany, I'm yearning for Madeira. Madeira is simply a better option, a better way of life.
But at home, his mother needs help. Nina arrived during the corona pandemic. She tried to build a social life but had difficulties finding lasting friendships.
You're on such a beautiful island. The weather is wonderful. It's like you can't be in a bad mood. But sometimes you just have to accept that things aren't perfect.
The government is using favorable tax rates to attract young freelancers to Madeira. They want to shed the island's image as a place for pensioners. Today is 41-year-old Heiko's last day at home in Stuttgart. He has to tend to his garden before flying to Madeira tomorrow. He's always dreamed of living and working in the sun. In recent years, he's brought a little bit of Portugal to his German garden.
I just love all these tropical plants. They're special. My whole garden is full of them. Everything that grows here. But a lot won't grow because it's Germany and winter and cold. Starting tomorrow, I'll have banana plants in Madeira all year round.
He spent his first vacation on the island with his parents in 1997. He came back a year and a half ago and heard about a meeting point for freelancers in Ponta. Heiko is a freelance graphic designer. Not everything about working remotely will be easy. He still has a lot of personal ties here.
In terms of my job too, I'm still too deeply rooted here, and we'll have to see how I can combine the two worlds. But the plan's in place, and I think it'll work out.
Heiko won't be able to take his dog Fuzzy with him to the island for now. A flight would be very stressful for the animal, so a dog sitter is going to look after her till Heiko arranges a transport solution.
Of course, she already knows that I'm leaving, because she knows whenever I pack these things, I'm heading off somewhere.
And Heiko doesn't live alone.
My mother lives in the other part of the building. These are all responsibilities, which of course I'll be taking care of.
Heiko wants to test the waters in Madeira. He gets along well with his mother. She won't try to hold him back.
What's the plan? Well, my father's plan was to retire at 66 or 65 and then to enjoy his old age with my mother. But he died of lung cancer at 66. So what's the plan? Of course, it's not easy for my mother, losing me to Madeira for a while.
This is Heiko's destination, the Portuguese island in the Atlantic Ocean. In the last 4 years, it has attracted some 11,000 young freelancers. An Instagram scroll shows a bunch of cool, young, good-looking people. There are sports, parties, and events. Free yoga, retreats, fun, and happiness. And the feeling of belonging to one big family. Nina is 29 years old and has been on the island for 3 years.
In the beginning, the first village for digital nomads was actually similar to how I imagined it. When COVID started, it really was a close-knit community, and it was like a big family.
Nina stayed on after Corona. But the so-called digital village consists largely of a glass box with a Wi-Fi connection. In this co-working space, young people from all over the world can work, free of charge. Events, organized remotely, are scattered across the island. The community of freelancers has no real center. Nina is one of the few who arrived at the very beginning and stayed.
A lot of friends have left the island. There were times when I thought, where have they all gone?
The Munich native has managed to set up her own small business here. She organizes everything from the co-working space, where there's always a lot of fluctuation.
You've just built up a friendship and then that person's leaving again. You've invested a lot of time and energy into the friendship and suddenly they're just gone. And I was so tired of it. I'd had enough of starting from scratch over and over again. I started staying home a lot and somehow I didn't have the energy to go out and meet new people again. I felt kind of lonely.
Heiko's approaching Madeira.
The weird thing is, you land here and you're in a completely different world. So, I've got my suitcase all in one piece. Now it's off to the bus and into the city.
For the time being, Heiko will be staying with a friend in the island's capital, Funchal, about 20 kilometers from the co-working space. During his last visit a year ago, he met Jean. She's become a good friend.
Hey, Jean! Hey! How are you? Oh, good to see you. So much. It's like coming home. It's great.
The American woman has been living on the sunny island for 5 years. As Madeira attracts more people from all over the world, the cost of living has risen sharply.
I'm so glad that I can stay here and have a look for something. Maybe I find something.
I think something.
I even think of a shared apartment or something.
Heiko had pictured his start on Madeira differently. He'd wanted to move to the island with his partner. A year ago, they spent a holiday here together, but the relationship didn't work out.
It was also a bit of a catalyst, Madeira, because it became obvious on the island that we had different ideas about our lives. But it was good for me too, because I can think about myself a bit more now. That's actually a valuable experience.
In the old town of Funchal, Heiko and Jean run into Yasmin from southern Germany. Heiko met Yasmin last year. But instead of celebrating their reunion, it's time to say goodbye. Tonight is Yasmin's last in Madeira.
And you're leaving the island?
It just didn't work out.
What didn't work?
Work-wise, as an art therapist, I'm not making progress here. There's just a lot that isn't working out on the island.
I mean, I still love it, but yeah, it's gotten pretty nuts lately.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Jean was saying that her rent's been increased.
How much do you pay right now? Yeah.
Right now, 1,500.
Yeah, okay, same as me.
The influx of freelancers is changing Madeira.
I should probably badmouth it, so the hype dies down. Because I just want the island to get back to something like normal again. Because this is paradise for me.
EU citizens can easily register their residence in Madeira. Taxes are low. It's ideal for startups and young freelancers working remotely.
I'm really excited today because I'm meeting the digital nomads for lunch.
The lunch takes place 3 times a week, always in different restaurants. This is where new arrivals can exchange ideas and make connections. Gonçalo Hall is the founder of the project. In collaboration with the government, he developed the idea of remote working in Madeira.
We want to make this island a tech island. We want more people to create their startups here. We do believe that the more people we attract with quality to live here, people that want to bring their businesses, their knowledge, and share it with the locals, by the people that want to hire the locals. This is what Madeira needs.
Danke dir. Also, ciao. Danke. Ciao.
Madeira invested in the digital village and is covering the costs. But so far, there's been little contact between the Portuguese and the newcomers, whose presence is not unproblematic.
It came up that a lot of people are coming here, and the island's infrastructure can't really handle it at the moment.
Heiko wants to establish himself on the island as a graphic designer, but he can also imagine doing other jobs.
Of course, I have to figure out how to earn a living here.
Madeira is known as a paradise for flowers and pensioners. Nina is one of the youngest people on her street. Today, she has to call the insurance company because of a faulty scooter.
They've just forwarded me to someone who speaks English. If no one answers, I'll have to try Portuguese, but that's always a bit complicated.
Olá, bom dia. Você fala inglês?
Pouco.
Ah, muito bom. So my scooter had a breakdown and I need someone to pick it up to bring it to the mechanic.
I only started learning Portuguese about a year ago because it's just never needed. Well, except in cases like this now. I don't feel like I'm making any real progress because I never really speak Portuguese. I don't know anyone my own age who I can speak to.
Bom dia, você fala pouco inglês? Então, o meu scooter tem problema.
Contact with the Madeirans is rare.
I'm still struggling with Portuguese. It's a really tough obstacle. I keep telling myself I'll be happy once I've got it behind me, because it's just difficult and strenuous and there are always misunderstandings.
She hardly ever needs Portuguese in her job. She manages so-called co-living houses. She rents the houses and then sublets the individual rooms, along with motor scooters.
I have to go to the pickup point for the scooter, co-living in Ponta. It could be quick, but could also take longer.
It was the high fluctuation rate of freelancers on Madeira that gave Nina her business idea, to rent out furnished rooms and include services. To make this financially viable, she takes care of everything herself, every day, including the scooters.
Yeah, it makes a very strange sound and I think it's not possible to drive anymore, yeah.
Today she's lucky and everything goes as planned.
It was pretty frustrating on the phone, but they came really quickly and they both spoke English and were super nice and friendly.
Nina is now one of the long-term expats on the island. The 3 co-living houses that she sublets and manages are scattered around the island, with about 30 minutes travel distance between each. Nina runs on adrenaline all day. She never knows what's coming.
It's a risk. A lot of people really advised me against it. If something goes wrong, then it's my fault. The girl downstairs complained that the cleaning lady hadn't cleaned the room, but the cleaning lady knocked on the door and she didn't open it, so now it's my fault. That's exactly how it works.
Genau so läuft's.
The rooms have to be tidied and restocked. Nina also takes care of the laundry herself. The rooms in the co-living houses cost up to €800 monthly.
It's important when people are here that they have a really great stay, and my role is to do what I can to ensure that. So it's my priority to take care of their needs.
Her job consists of bureaucracy, permanent availability, and uncertainty.
It's always like this. I don't have a stable job where I know, okay, I have my regular monthly salary. And I always have a bit of an inner conflict between freedom and security. But I always go for freedom because I know that it's important for me to be able to organise my own time and to be where I want to be. But I do think, okay, if that doesn't work out, or if there's a last-minute cancellation, then I'm suddenly earning much less money.
Heiko wants to immerse himself in the culture and learn Portuguese. So he's taken a job working in a bar in Funchal.
I will teach you how to make Nikitas.
Okay.
Yeah?
Good.
First, white wine.
Heiko's connection to Germany remains thanks to his graphic designer job, but he also wants to get to know the Madeirans.
So what you say when you're Portuguese and I come to your table?
I'll always ask what they want to drink.
Yeah, so it's which...
O que deseja beber?
O que deseja beber?
O que deseja beber?
Deseja beber.
O que deseja? O que
deseja?
Beber.
Beber. Ah, okay.
Heiko says no job is beneath him.
Some would say I'm crazy to be working in a bar for €3.50 or so, standing here selling poncha, when I could make a better life for myself in Madeira. But for me, it's such an immersion in the whole culture and the history. And this here is a real part of the culture.
So, Tudo everything fine?
Yeah, it's okay. One poncha, please.
Are you from Germany?
Many Madeirans find it hard to cope with the influx.
For me, it's difficult. It's always difficult for the Portuguese who live here. And most people who comes in the boats, the big boats from the Mein Schiff, from England, for Norway, they spend here like 5 hours and they want to stay here.
The freelancers have also changed things a lot.
Well, I think digital nomads have a big influence on the island because there are a lot of tourists. A lot of influencers come and make their idyllic Instagram videos. And suddenly everyone wants to come to the island. There's an extreme housing shortage. You can really see it in the trendy areas. And prices are just shooting up. The minimum wage here is extremely low, €800 a month. For that price, you can't even rent a decent apartment.
Nina wants to do something about her sense of dissatisfaction. The long working days and lack of real friendships have left her feeling thin-skinned. Free community sound therapy, known as sound healing, is said to cleanse the soul.
Hey!
Wow.
Schön, dich zu sehen.
Ja, long time no see.
Ja. Und wir liegen alle mit dem Kopf zu mir. Kannst du es am besten hören.
Okay,
genau.
Passt.
Ja. Make your way.
Nina has also found a practical solution.
And then I realised everything was getting to be too much for me, so now I've posted that I'm looking for support staff, for a community manager, and they'll get a room for free. Yeah, I think that if I have someone to help me, it'll be better.
Stuttgart in the depths of winter. Heiko had to return. A phone call from home shattered his dreams of immigrating. For now.
My mother broke her foot, fractured her ankle. She's been in a cast and on crutches for 12 weeks. And I've got a massive situation here too, because there's dry rot in the house. I have to take care of it or the house will collapse.
Despite numerous viewings, Heiko hasn't yet managed to find his own apartment in Madeira.
I just have to make sure that I can sort out the situation here. And at the same time, I'll keep looking for something in Madeira. Then I'll have 2 works in progress. But I can't just drop everything here. That's just the way life is. It's taken a different turn.
His mother Ilona can leave the house on crutches for the first time today. But without a car, she can't do anything. Without Heiko, she's lost.
On the one hand, of course, I feel guilty when I say I'm going to the island. But at the same time, I have to live my life. So you have to find compromises, solutions for how to manage both.
You have to let go of your children. I'd be lying if I said I really can. You never completely manage that as a mother. There's always some kind of protective instinct there, right?
Geil.
Feel the light of your heart expanding, but allow yourself to receive.
Nina's making progress on Madeira.
I've tried to shift my focus away from developing a good social network for now. I'm focusing more on my yoga in the morning, on a good routine, working on my personal development and my business. That's helped me a bit.
Most importantly, Nina has met Kurt, a software engineer. He's also part of the digital community.
I definitely reached the point where I was thinking to myself, I'm not going to meet a man here who I could have a lasting relationship with. So many of the acquaintances I'd made were just way too superficial. It was the phase where I didn't really feel like meeting new people and was withdrawing into my cave a bit. But then I was persuaded to go to this Purple Friday party. Yeah, we got to know each other there, and then we went hiking together. Yes, it definitely clicked. It's kind of crazy.
Whether Madeira will be their shared home for the next few years is still completely open.
I definitely want to stay here, and I can totally imagine growing old here and starting a family.
I haven't been here as long as Nina. I think I'll probably know in a year or so whether it's something permanent. I'd also like to discover a few other places in the world. Right now, Madeira is a very nice place, and I like it here.
Heiko is heading back to Madeira. Things have progressed in Stuttgart. His mother Ilona is no longer dependent on help. Heiko's brother is also returning from Switzerland, so Heiko can get back to planning his life on the island. Thanks to the digital community, he's found a room to rent in the capital for now. He shares the apartment with a couple. It's not a long-term solution because the room costs too much for his income as a graphic designer, and it's too far away from the co-working space. Living with a couple is also not ideal.
When I'm out late in the evening and then tiptoe in at night, I'm always very aware that there are two people sleeping. It's not really a private space. Maybe I'm over-considerate. It is co-living after all, but that's how I feel. So I need something of my own. I need freedom for myself.
Nina and her boyfriend Kurt have some surprising news. Kurt has found a house that he wants to buy for 480,000 euros.
It's cozy.
The 33-year-old engineer has a good job and is getting a bank loan. He can invest in a home.
I can't afford it. I'd better become a software engineer.
Well, in my job I can afford it, but it's definitely a lot of money.
Only those who earn enough money can live well. Nowadays, that's just as true in Madeira as it is in Germany. Now that Kurt's bid has been accepted, Nina and Kurt want to celebrate with their friends. Some of them will soon be moving on again.
I heard he has some exciting news.
We agreed on the terms, like I didn't sign anything yet, but we agreed that the price would be 480, including the furniture.
Only Kurt's name will be on the purchase contract, but Nina's still giving up her apartment.
And your house. Next time we have there, we eat there. Cheers.
The popular Purple Friday party for freelancers. Heiko had to register in advance as the guest list is small.
Hey, good to see you.
Oh, so good to see you.
He won't meet any locals here. It's only for digital nomads. He hasn't had any luck finding an apartment either.
I'm absolutely enjoying it, but at the same time I'm really dejected that I haven't found anything yet. But it's still just the beginning, and Madeira will never let me go.
Und Madeira wird mich nicht mehr loslassen.
Of course, I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm getting there slowly. Madeira's definitely become a home for me and a place of refuge. It's a place where I can really imagine a future.